Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. Oh, you're my thing, you know. 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 Yeah. So, oh, yeah. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Yeah. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Say, I call you Jireh, say. I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are my.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. A very good morning to you and happy new month. We are in December and the days are still counting. Welcome to another edition of Legal Hour with BWF Solicitors. I believe once you've joined us, you will share and definitely will educate ourselves with today's program. You are welcome once again. Mema obi bia nkra akwaba eba yedwumadi a edu Friday bia yedi America yedi ahototo de ba sɛ nea ɛbɛyɛ a yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛfa adesua bi efiri mu na yɛhu nea yɛyɛ yɛn ho. Enti ɛnɛ nso sɛ wabɛjoin me a mɛda wo ase na mmom mɛbɔ wo nkaeɛ sɛ wonya join yɛ a pɛ bɔ mmɔden a na to na nkɔ baabi a ɛno ane sɛ hyɛ BWF Solicitors na yɛne ɔmo ɛdi dwuma na sɛ wohwehwɛ BWF Solicitors ɛkyerɛ akwan a ɛnyɛ yerɛ akwan koraa wokɔ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ fourth floor Anna House no ɛwɔ hemfa na ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road ne so na ɛkɔ Seven Sisters Tube Station ne pɛpɛpɛpɛ na onye do Seven Sisters Tube Station na wofa underground na wopie exit number 2 na wobɛhu abansoro bi ɛwɔ wo nsa nifa na yɛatwerɛ ho kakraka ɛwɔ hɔnom wobɛhu sɛ Anna House ɛwɔ hɔ na wabɔ ato afa hɔ na wakɔ akɔhu ɔmo wo drive na wopɛ postcode na ɛyɛ N154NP mesan esisu bio N154NP na wakɔ akɔtoa ɔmo ɛwɔ hɔnom ɔmbɛdi odwumadie no ama kama na sɛ embia wo kɔ no na akɔba ne sɛ wo nhu yie na wopɛ biribi hyehyɛ ne ayɛ ama ɛne ɛfrɛ office line no na obi betumi ehyia wa na obi be answer wa na obi be ma wo direction na mpo na wo de aba hɔ ɛyɛ 0208 4937340 mesan esisu bio 0208 493 7340 na obi betumi achiro office ekira kwan na wakọ akọhu mo na mom se mbia bibia ato na eden na obi besi aye emergency situation a ye 24 hour service number ofra ene ese omopeni no wada se dempo obesore na waboa na eno ne ye 077 patromon hye ne nso ehia na ma we ehia papa 07712761884 me sign is subium 07712761884 na wetumi na wafre na yakojo so na ye won sem bebre de bebre mo na mom ansa na meba me pese metumi ho sima kitwe bi pe me ba na afi ne wo ho na me de ahya ase me ba sisia.
Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced family law firm specializing in immigration and naturalization, as well as dispute resolution. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner with over 30 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stand for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity and inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance across all areas of UK and Ghana law. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Led by experienced senior partner Bernard Owusu, the team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with your immigration, naturalization, dispute resolution, family law, new wills and probate, Ghana law and practice needs. We are dedicated to providing solutions to our clients' problems. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Main office line 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line 07712 761 884. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced family law firm specializing in immigration and naturalization, as well as dispute resolution. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner with over 30 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stand for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity and inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance across all areas of UK and Ghana law. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Led by experienced senior partner Bernard Owusu, the team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with your immigration, naturalization, dispute resolution, family law, new wills and probate, Ghana law and practice needs. We are dedicated to providing solutions to our clients' problems. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Main office line 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line 07712 761 884.
Yo, mesa ama obi bia akwa aba biom eba edwumedi a eba ye friend BWF Solicitors for Legal Awareness. So ya san adom no ya san nyankwan nyahoden aba ma kwan na megye de se onya ba so bomodi ana share ne de hia me papa at least say hello to me na me ho say weni so adekode ayeye no ho ene say enye bone do Fridays say ya de ni je ni ahosepe ne eba na ye behwiahwia legal nsam ni ahona yeba no BWF Solicitors menka omo edwuma kakra omo ye ansana ye resource person aba BWF Solicitors omo nye lawyer for keke omo de ka lawyers a kentinka omo demu ankasa ene omo senior partner lawyer Bernard Owusu ankasa na da no na wohwe ne dwumadin oye na eni so eni chese edemufia na yeba no family and then matrimonial law na chese court children application inkwala ana say divorce and financial matters say woni wukunu ne wo yire in sentem or say ye motete sike bia bedim ejapade bia bedim or then ye betumi aye na ya che na obi enya asomdwe na ode enije adivorce so ene nyina ombetumi aye ama ana say domestic violence any injunctions domestic violence na chese enye se obi na ebo keko oyere ni okunu ana partners a motibom na afede we hu we a osi kai we hu si asi dey na chese ntokwa na embia oyere wo fie ukunu be fi kroma aba penalty say ye bie do pe yew na ye mahyew ne nyina ye violence ne bia ye atete because emotional violence wo ho e na afen so no kakra ni one ne kasa one oyere kasa kakra na odi atem didi dwi ne nyina enye bibia e waware mu a ye de nti se uyo obi a wo go through such a thing na lawyers ne si ombetumi aboa na ye yiwe free sa tibia ne mo sa nso na ye ba no trust law. So we will trust nyoma ni nyina come to BWF Solicitors on betumi edi amount na nya honkwa o the extend omo extension wo Ghana nti e kan international family law yen Ghana for a se wukunuti abrochire we yiriti Ghana o mba wo Ghana wukunuti abrochire ni nyina ometumi edi ho asem kama aba se wukofa wonkwala mpo efri amanoni ede aba UK abonten so ye ba ni BWF Solicitors on betumi aye no smooth e the amount ama wankasa ubenya nofo na omanyina aba beka wonsa embia wo tukwan no eja akwala nansen sister bia o tukwan aba UK ha oja na akwala kitikiti 2 years wa behye mwa 17 good years na adane nkrata sef osroso okwa onya ontumi ensamba obehu BWF Solicitors for pay enwa ne say tem na ya ma sister ikoko hu ne ba 17 years or when just akra ne di 19 years wa just imagine the kind of joy obenya de bi biara oda BWF Solicitors for us every day biara oda o ma sisi otome okoba makra ma wakwa akofa ne ba no kra so e de aba na ompe we a o de ko hia ma ya ama na nya no nko a yensan ko dispute resolution honso say our property or possession na yesi possessi ana dispute bi abaso ubeden na wakoko ntokwa ana usika sembi eka ana eka yesi udika abra woni meka kora wode ne nyina BWF Solicitors betumi edi ho dwuma edi ama empo litigations ekoso manso twen a emo odin ankasa ne nyina BWF Solicitors omude omoye lawyers all round weather omo bebia betumi edi wonkotokwa betumi atwe manso no yie ama wedi nkonim eno a de omo ya ade ankasa anase mpo negotiation na embia wesi mentimi wase ene yentena se ne negotiate no bia asomdwe no eno so BWF Solicitors for say betumi aya ama wenya ufa hudi na chese mo negotiation ebeko smooth ntokwa bia emba na oni bibi nso eba ne business contractor in kan for upe contractor obetumi de ama workers na ya hwe anase contractor embia wakosensan bibia wonti ase afeni the blueprint ewa wonti ase BWF Solicitors say fasa asem no fa bromo no mbe ya ama menje ohonko a BWF Solicitors omo chese omo ya ade ankasa na ye koni Ghanaian law a ye nkromo law no nso no eba no land property sales any purchases ene enkoto sika nchini o na nse ubehu ne aton asase ama nipa be ye du na okosi asase na okosi dan woso a we nso si abasi asase na media we si asase na media so opese oto asase wo Ghana bonten so na ope lawyers on betumi investigate sa asase no mo be ko fifi mo no maye any legal work bia wo hu bia se na ebe ya se wode usika ekotua asase na otume dama wasomdwum a kona ko hu BWF Solicitors for me this adwuma na they will investigate the land to the bottom even nipako a ye twa asase no ma no from beginning on be hu ni nyina na omedi hu adwuma e de ama na ye nko ye family law so family law de mo amunni family law it's a big family lawyer big and one ebusua bibia ka ebusua ho a emra ewo ho bia BWF Solicitors say o meye no jojo dia ama embia me ka no unim po se wasem no or say lawyer ehwema wa fabra BWF Solicitors be hwa ama ana say children ampo embia na wo de awo no wentumi anwo bi anampo wawo bi na mmom nkwala bi wo fie a wa wo hwe sa nkwala na omotena bia ena omo jete se eya awre ho nti wo pese wonko adopt omo a BWF Solicitors say sa emra no eye dendie nanso every time bia ombeye bia ma obi bia na waye sources na otumi akofa sa nkwala dukra ometumi ayama akofa omo nyina de aba adoption we umpe na opeden bomodi ane mmoa nkwala wa utumu se omutibie mu yi akwala we hu akwala bi onimade pa so bebi oti wo zungro da bi mu bebi utumu se ye ahomete ukona ko to mu se na opeso adopting nkwala na bomodi an be hu BWF Solicitors ometumi aboa na omaya ama na ohwe omu pemu ankasa ye immigration and nationality nsem hey ene me sorry na mo nsem sorry. Immigration sem, any visa entry clearance, family visa, student and graduate migrant visas. Oh, and I ye for and I you for family permit, and I you settlement status, appeals, administrative reviews, any judicial reviews, asylum and human rights. Any immigration some there. Omo a yesi ya bom abaso ya mom kentin ka batches no ya mom kese ni bi ankasa pore mienu enye law firm bia na obi ba kokro mo struggle krenya baako nanso we dia mwenya mienu enti no eba no immigration and nationality when it comes to BWF Solicitors onia mendada eye smooth business kra e de mom enti bomodia na be hu BWF Solicitors na omo nye wedwumadi omo hwe mu ma afi omo services bia the pass our services no one say every Friday, every Thursday, every Saturday, BWF Solicitors, omuma education, legal education, free of charge. And you know, if you be a follow omo for the past 30 years now, obon say, unye lawyer dear, but ube you are we law nankasa. Won't send it here because they be entity unless but say we dear pa na every Friday, Saturday, any Thursday programs now. Obon say sisi a offer application form wankasa obetumi cry ye wade na mmom waye ne nyina wie embia osika na enso ne odekoma lawyers ombegi no enso na mmom wo kitu ebi enti wo si lawyer metumi aye miankasa ma application na mmom enanse obi twa kwan ohun na chinte no mesrem ani die mu monhwe ma application mu nyina ma me se ayembia metwa ne nyina ba bi eni wa meja BWF Solicitors omo sa services na omo se fabra ommehwe mo ama omo no bet na baby alaki anase enso ye no maka trese simesi akaha fabra na faka ho odi ka ho na posto a eno ano no sa services we hwe sika ye de to chewing gum kra odi tia edoso enti no to ho anamu ment na se ma onkranta nwu because unni sika o de beye to ho anamu na ye bibi na mo akire so a na o de akwa akomo omo sa services no when it comes to BWF Solicitors omo say your trusted lawyers, legal lawyers. Yo yenkwe maka kakra no enche bia yes ye maame ene ye resource person obeba em say onya technical issues kakra ewo line so but obeba enche me wo menua ba training solicitor lawyer ani ono nso ewa ha enche bia ono nso de ne de eba beka ho na menka KT Ed Consult for omaka mo ho sisi anya me adom KT Ed Consult for from January omwenya full license to operate ankasa ntino eba no OET especially for the nurses na omaba krom ha no mpeso mo upgrading no mo ntro OET na omufiri ho a mo atro ye ka ne sen CBT na omakotro oxygen no mo dia konya NHS pin ni bia na NMC UK pin ni bi no good news my nyina good news momrambe ho KT fre KT wo 07596620154 so 154 misabo so 079 075 96620 154. Bomodia na from manager WhatsApp message. Uja WhatsApp message say you are interested. We a nurse. What about Kruma with care out? So into person change now. Pursue your own passion. A pure professional nurse. No, and no now person we ya akwenya wo ho. Kati se bra ye betchrew senia ekono. Hey, enye hu kra ye betchrew kama na wetumi akɔtro exams no wotro exams na obetwa nyame adobo bi ɔtro from kati bia nso twa ne fɛfɛɛfɛ nkrɔfo pii di adanse ye hyɛ ade ase over 100 students obi abedi adan obi nkɔ no asan aba okoya no akotwa enti no de ebedi ho adanse de bia bomɔden na nye O80 nko a yesan kyerɛ IELTS no so wo free outside Ghana na oba IELTS na betumi akyerɛ ma wetwa ne kama anase wo krom ha na opese wo switch na onni English na wobetumi akɔtwerɛ CELT no so betumi akyerɛ kama na ɛno nso wakotwa na wo de ayɛ visa switching application no na ma wenya asetna nti eba no A2 B1 and B2 na bomodia na bra ye wo life skills mo a mo pese munya mu indefinite ana munya British citizen no nso no ye betumi no afa interview session no pepepe na ofa mu wie na wo register na wo kotra there is no way a ubekwa ubesan aka say yes me nsan ko trubio ye betro se na ete no ama grofo aka say anya din o ene obebe say o na say A1 enukre enya din ba ko e say come go sit stand nanso no enye sebio ye nuanu enye obia na ne nan area school dem mu da nti even po ka say ye fra wo say obrofo mu a na ne tekrema na ode be ka no kra eye ne den because on can be that so na yesi we ni kunu wa ha na ne yire wa ha yesi on ba meka no on control A1 kekempo no eye asem ampo ni A2 ansa wa ko B1 ye ne de sister ebi mo bro enti no so opo bi aboa o na watete asem no ahye wa no obetete metete ensem no ahye wa no arrange e wa no enti ye bisa o question na orate ne sa na wetwa na afede yesi kona koka okunu kona koka oyire ho eye boko enye no nkwa afenso no upese utro life in the UK test no nkrofo ko 10 times ni nyina no mutiti life in the UK test no enda from enya de ketwa it's a massive thing that you need to read and then practice at least over 20 tester or so utwa over 18 and sana we build your confidence say me kwa control sa in sohwe no on sorry fiti prekope enka se me control life in the UK test and that form sir and I can guarantee you and that form sir eya kenkan ene insema e wo krumu ha and se si o masisa no memo from December year ye remu ene ye 1st December no enra ye papa Uncle Ben eka o masisa no memo even test ne kra o mo sisem test ne nyina omo sisem omo bibie mu enti no entnasio na afe embeye den na onhu ne o beye ohun UK for atnase ehun se migration aba kromo ha no legal migrant aba kromo ha no afe de abromo so nanso no omo ntumi nsi omo ho kwan enti omo beye ne din enye so omo si ho kwan say emba especially with the care route no when it comes to shortage occupation no omo nsi ho kwan say embo na omo ye ne den se ne beye a obebre mu ansa na wenya enti hyase entem na se beye din a wa hyase no ken ubeye master of it na afede udi ato anamo enti eno ne edwuma ye pese ye sisi a brana be hu KT ed consult for na yenhwe wasem emma na afede ye hu na yenhwe yo enche me nuaba lawyer Eunice beba sisi a na afede ye ne no ahye program na ase enti ne se wo hwe ya mesro mun share na mun share comment me hu mu comment no mun share comment me mo bibia good morning na mo hwe ye share the comment na mun share the program na enkwechiri maye na yenhu say dwumedi ayeye no esomweni enye sa BWF so on be park money o matna si emba ni sa and to share the program like the page na subscribe to our YouTube channel senior beya anytime we come on bia no obenyaye metwa me hu sima me baya na me de lawyer and resource person na abe start na afi program na akoso me ba sisia me dia ni manyeti me ba sisia
Our private client services team is recognized for providing clear and practical legal advice to our clients in the United Kingdom and Ghana. Expert help with will writing, probate or estate administration. Our will writers and probate lawyers can act for you to obtain grant of probate and carry out estate administration on your behalf. The probate takes place after someone dies. If there's a will, the named executor is responsible for ensuring that the estate of the deceased is secured, assessing its value and paying any inheritance tax. If there is no will, the intestate and inheritance rules require similar responsibilities. Our lawyers offer strategic and practical solutions to the issues which clients face, whether it's in relation to succession planning, will preparation, probate and the administration of estates, immigration and visas, contentious family or probate disputes, administering estates often with inheritance cross-border issues, international trust advice including residence, domicile issues, wealth preservation, a fast, efficient service from SRA-regulated professionals, transparent pricing. BWF Solicitors, let us take care of probate.
Yo, me sama mo nyina akwa aba biom afede me introduce me resource person no fa nchia kese ema mo ye mre ne kona ne nyina ye adehia na onfa nchia kese ema ahwefo ene etiefo na afede ye de dwumedie no ato aso efrante la Eunice me ma akwa aba
Mejo so my fashion now want to say.
domo nkwa me hoye
Yeah,
onso
damn, that's it. Yeah, damn, that's it. Me sorry say yam breno so atrum kakra but yeah be there say yeah na bibia so pepepe.
ta ene
Okay.
etiefo na ahwefo na afede ye ase
Nti mame nhyia yɛtiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ a mohwɛ yɛn whether on Facebook anaasɛ YouTube so anaasɛ BWTV so mekyia mo ne nyinaa mehope sɛ Nyame adom mo ho nyinaa mo ho yɛ and then being the first December no yɛda Nyame ase sɛ ohu yɛn through the year from January up till now. Nti I hope say Nyame adom ara kwa mo nyinaa mobɔ mo ho ban menim sɛ awɔ no nso aba ketekete nti sɛ biribi ani a at least you're looking forward to Christmas way but in the next few weeks and so happy new month to you na Nyame yɛ adom a yɛbɛtoa so with your program sɛnya ɛmbrɛ no ɛnkɔ bebree yeah.
Yo, la Eunice medas biom tiefo na hwefo mesemo ba so a no ma hye good morning Sandra, good morning Mejo, so good morning Anajiman, good morning Ochia Hene, good morning T, good morning Mr. Monhye na enkwetri emmayen, good morning wa maba so nyina, good morning mamunya, good morning Auntie Dorcas, good morning. I said good morning lawyer Eunice and my team Helena Q Mercy, good morning Glorious new month Lady Magneti and lawyer Eunice all the way. Nyamisha, Auntie Helena, Nyamisha, and Derek Yabwasi, good morning, Manya, and lawyer Eunice, BWF Solicitors, Papa B, Yadasi, Papa, Yadasi, Yadasi, Yadamunina, Simon, keep on sharing now, Munche, and then Yabe share program, no, and Chibia, na, and because at time, Ukono, Mema is keep update, no, Kakrebi, Nemum, Nea Shase, with our topic, you know, ain't no, producer and patcho say, oh, how, Obe introduce the topic na mami na menka wasem fo akakra bi na afi de mema lawyer Eunice embra na o me ye wie na emre kakra wo ma ye behwe but enemre no eye tia nso because office ho aye hot me ka office ho aye hot am obeti ase 1st of December ni o me koso ankasa and then topic no bisa say how do I successfully appeal a decision by the home office to refuse my child entering clearance application deɛ ne ɛpa akyerɛ wɔn sɛ de bia wowɔ kurom especially yiyifoɔ no ɛne ɔmo a kita British passport no na wotu kwan mema example meka services ho adwuma mema example typical example ɛyɛ real story ɛnyɛ sɛ obi na ɛtwa aka sɛ obi ba kurom ha na ogya ne ba wɔ hɔ bɛyɛ 2 years na ɔbaayɛ wabɛtwa bɛyɛ 17 years afei na wanya nkrataa onyaayɛ nso na ɔkɔɔeɛ a wɔtumi akɔfa ne baaba na ɛnyɛ obia na onya ne saa dodoɔ na ebi wɔ abɛtena mu ɔbaayɛ onya nkrataa ɔsɛ okay sesi adeɛ megya me mba wɔ hɔ na mmom pɛ sɛ me mma me mba no ɛmbɛka me ho wɔ ha sei nti wopɛ sɛ wo mma no mbɛka wo ho wɔ ha no ɛdɛn na wobɛyɛ ɛno ano atu anamo no akɔsesɛ ɔmo aba na mmom ebi mu kɔ na yɛsɛ yɛ refuse so mea me ba na wode biribiara bi akɔ na yɛ refuse sɛ ɛma akwaraa ne mba adɛnti ɛyɛ a na ɛyɛ awerɛhoɔ na ɛwa wonim sɛ wo ba obi ayɛ mesi akwaraa baako onya 18 years mpo nso yɛde na fa programs bia first one maame bi ɔse o yɛsi children conference bi yɛ register na akwaraa no ɛka ho ɔno a yɛama ne visa etire another yɛsi boy scout deɛ bɛn debi ɛnyɛ boy scout ɔsi duke of edinburgh ɔsɛ edinburgh award ne ba no ɛnyɛ bi yɛsi yɛma no ɔno a yɛama no visa no afei ɔsi dɛbi ɛnea ɔno asisi ɔno ankasa nkɔ file because ɛyɛ ne ba ɔnfale na ne ba ne mbra ansa na kora wenya 18 years ɛno nso so ɔyɛ yɛ a akwaraa no yɛama ne visa no sisi ama me no ɔde ne nsa to ne tirim wesu sɛ deɛn ada bibi na edi akwaraa n'akyi ana dɛbi ɛne yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ you refuse so situation bi mu we've got various situations circumstances bebree wɔ hɔ a etumi ba sɛ yɛ refuse akwaraa no ɛnyɛ one example pɛ ama no na mmom sɛ you refuse ɔmo a dɛn ɛna ɔsɛ woyɛ ɛno na ɛnɛ yɛne lawyer Eunice ɛba abɛka ho asɛm home office ɔba no ɔmo ma ne mba adɛnti na ɔmo ma ne mba nti lawyer Eunice metu nsa afrɛ wo biom na yɛba bɛhwɛ saa program no yɛbɛdi kan ahwɛ yɛnim sɛ mmerɛ bebree ɛna yɛtumi akɔfa yɛn nkwalaa ɛde ba na mmom makɔ akɔfa na home office wayɛ decision appeal decision mɛyɛ dɛn na mayɛ saa appeal no na mmom ebi mu wɔ hɔ appeal no yɛte o but we don't even know what is appeal wɔn me yɛ wɔ questionnaires a medbɛma o but debia yɛsi okono aka appeal go and appeal but you can't the word appeal in the literal terms to say abrofo de yɛte but when it comes to the legal terms now you can go and appeal or make an appeal and I said then what does it actually entails before we look at the following questions that were on patch up.
Okay. Sɛ yɛka appeal a yɛka sɛ you are looking at some form of redress sɛ home office for a refuse wɔ application a dɛn bɛn ɛna wobɛtumi ayɛ. Of course ɛnyɛ every decision ɛna wobɛtumi appeal it. Nti wohwɛ yɛ section 82 of your nationality and immigration act na it talks about the fact that sɛ wopɛ sɛ wo appeal anaasɛ ɔmo ama wo right sɛ wopɛ sɛ wo appeal deɛ a ɛndeɛ it is based on wo humanitarian claim a wayɛ nti humanitarian protection claim no is to do with obi a ebi a wayɛ application for asylum na ɔrehwɛ sɛnya UK government no ɛbɛma ho kwan anaasɛ you refuse so wɔ human rights claim nti human rights claim ɛyɛ ebi a o right to family life anaasɛ o private life na home office for no refuse to wɔ application no under human rights. And then you also have nkurɔfoɔ a wɔwɔ EU n'ase a yɛnka no sɛ because of withdrawal agreement na EU for ne UK for no ɛwɔ ne nti wɔn also have the right to appeal a decision which has been refused. And then also you have nkurɔfoɔ a ebi a for one reason or the other yɛagye wɔn British book efiri wɔn nsam nti under your new and Nationality and Borders Act, no, they also have a right to appeal.
Okay.
It's these four categories of people no have a right to appeal a decision either for humanitarian or protection claim, and I say or human rights or right to family life or private life or any other rights that ujina so I can say home office for no a refusal. And I say a right to family right as a should I say EU national or EU family member. And I say obia ogyina so aka sɛ British government no deprive me of my citizenship nti mepɛ sɛ me appeal saa decision no. Nti once a claim has been refused, it
Mm.
is based on those four categories ɛna nkurɔfoɔ bɛtumi agyina so aka sɛ ɔmoyɛ appeal to be able to have some form of redress in terms of decision na ɔmo refuse no.
Oh, Matthias, and I just say, and yet in Sambia, na yetumi appeal then. Nanya, and yet, case bia na yetumi appeal. So we have cases that appealable. No, watch any four categories are what trim say, or
Mhm.
no, who fall under one of these now, ube to me, I appeal. But just as I want to establish that.
Right.
Sanity.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you know, yeah, sure. And you know, as there is a kind of a time limit to maybe, but are there any time limit to when an appeal can be logged, and which designated system must be used when logging an appeal? In this year, no, yeah, sure. When your letter, and when your refusal letter, obano, you see, yeah, my number. Yeah, refuse no because we are looking at our child's entering clearance. Yeah, refuse no why your application, yeah, refuse no. Wow, him say nneɛma a ɔsɛ ɔde ka ho nyinaa, you take everything check ɛna wayɛ successful application wotua sika nso ɛde kɔ ɛna sɛ sɛ home office sɛ wa refuse entries no entry clearance na nti sɛ no wama wo sɛ go and appeal time bɛn na ɛda ho sɛ yɛma wo saa appeal na ɔmo amoma wo mmerɛ sɛ wontumi appeal within 3 days ɛna ɛtwam anaa ɔmo atumi ka sɛ oh wotumi ba anytime biara bɛ appeal mpatwɔ yɛnhwɛ mmerɛ na ɛwɔ mu no sɛ wonya such a decision a mmerɛ bɛn na you have to act fast ansa na wotumi hu sɛ ɛbɛkɔ yie ama wo.
Nti sɛ wohwɛ yɛ topic na is to do with the refusal of akwadaa application.
Mm.
Usually we would categorize nkwadaa as family members. Nti
Okay.
sɛ wose woyɛ application ama wo ba anaasɛ wo family member a,
Mhm.
usually it's either under your immigration rules anaasɛ under appendix EU. In this case, say nipa korɔ no application ama ne ba aba a, we'll
Mhm.
consider it as a human rights application because that person or the child has a right to family life. Nti, although akwadaa no enter UK aman no mu no, the child has that right as a human being to join n'awofo anaasɛ ne maame anaasɛ ne papa anaasɛ ne relative a ɔte UK hanom a ɛkwan ma ho mbra no ma ho kwan sɛ ɔmbra. Nti if we are saying that we are making such an appeal no, we have to be able to consider whether it falls under their mekaeɛ no under either of those four categories. Nti sɛ a human rights claim ɛna yɛka sɛ because akwadaa no yɛrefuse no nti, of course saa akwadaa no has a right to family life under Article 8 of yɛ European Convention of Human Rights. Nti ɛno no saa no yɛka sɛ because akwadaa no nso has that right to family life no nti ɛyɛ sɛ ɔmotumi appeal saa decision no.
Oh, I didn't freeze it. Oh, okay. I thought the program may freeze you. Mufancheye. Okay, in this case, no, you are church mu na yehu emra or say yetumi ye sa decision. Ye appeal sa decision na omude aba no. Na o can obobo din bi ti say appellant and respondent. Patro omoni hwan no. Menti sa brofo na say. So wobɛtumi akyerɛkyerɛ yɛ asɛ kakra nka ɛbɛyɛ me de paa. Okay, say yenya technical way kakra. Nti no, nea mɛyɛ ne sɛ lawyer Eunice san ɛba a yɛbɛhwɛ the second question a mebisa because ɔka two words bi pronounce two words bi na mpɛ sɛ mehu adekode a ɛyɛ the appellant and the respondent sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛkɔ so. Mesrɛ mo a mofrɛ no, we've not yet opened the telephone line, so wait till we finish before we can open the telephone line. Yeah, education we are in the next 15 minutes. Now you be telephone lines now to me afre. And you know, Lioness, thank you. Welcome back. Nami bisa said to see as any always explaining no okay appellant no any respondent. In pacho omumi no money one jina as appellant and one jina as respondent in pacho.
Okay, and see when it comes to Obia, for instance, why appeal no akoma tribunal for no
Mm-hmm.
say una why sa appeal na
Mm-hmm.
wo na ye fro appellant
Mm-hmm.
because una o se o challenge home office decision na omo a making no into una ye be fro appellant
Mm-hmm.
nipa kro na se oyin no home office for no into omo na ye be fro omo respondent because so omo na omo no in regards to wo appeal na wo ye no into of course courts no ever say it's both sides and sana omo I make a decision because courts no na yenim say omo ye arbitrator na say omo ye nkrofo omo ye just and fair omo ni home office honom into omo so ever share documents and nyama wo dey aba in the round to be able to make a well should I say rounded decision in regards to application now will say on we refuse or no. And of course they will have a look at both sides more documents any more arguments that will be raising in regards to the fact that or more refuse say well, human rights application and as a claim.
Oh, okay. We the ase ne demo pa o. Inti tribunal, lawyer Eunice. Inti say I refuse me ba na o say be call tribunal. I say who can where tribunal? Wo na ayem hihye ta bem. Inti say abani say mo be call ayesa appeal na. Are there any specific documents or say wo sisa book mua na wo sisa di wechi call tribunal ho anaasɛ wobɛsesa no nyinaa de akɔma lawyers na wɔsɛ ɔmo kɔ anaasɛ particular evidence bi a because menim sɛ before you did that application no would you document everything back in now de kɔyɛ nti ne ba ne sɛ wosan akɔ saa tribunal those documents na na ɔsɛ ɔsesa de kɔ anaa if there is any new one bi a wobɛtumi de account as evidence anaa document a ɔsɛ wode kɔ tribunal sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a judge no ɛbɛhwɛ mu na wa make decision no mpatwɛ document bi saa wɔ hɔ.
I like the fact that also say me and me application and I say as a what call lawyer be ho. I mean when it comes to appeals there I would say when that in brand new one it is better to go and see a legal representative because of the fact say some of it can be very technical and see one casa of course in 4% or more litigants in person they have every right to go and represent themselves. But because there are certain technical things are almost yes they need to, the likely chances that they will succeed in appealing their decision may be very small. In see, say one person away application now, the chances are that maybe you were not able to provide all of the documents now we can into normal refuse say yeah. Into here advice to be able to know which documents to also present. Talking of entry clearance applications, usually no say, oh yeah, entry clearance application they expect say documents na or the call for application no and no na would they be appeal no into they will consider the evidence na ever before the home office time now oh yeah application no but the court also has the discretion to consider any other evidence that was not before the home office at the time omu make omu decision no. Nti obviously there are certain documents are ABA will be presented to say birth certificate, ABA over DNA to show relationship no, ABA or the money remittance, eka home or the evidence of communication with a colano, ABA ututu kwan koshare a colano every year, ABA one akwadaa no school ɛwɔ nkitaho nti wogye letter efiri school hɔnom ɛne asɔre hɔnom ebi akwadaa no yare a wɔn de no kɔ hospital nti hospital no wɔn nim o nti wogye letter efiri ɛhɔnom nso so nti maybe you were able to provide such evidence ebi akwadaa no papa nso ewu nti you were able to add death certificate of akwadaa no papa and still na ebi a ɔmo refuse based on the fact say ɔmo ngye say you have sole responsibility in the cases where for instance ɔpapa no ewu no that one is a standalone requirement nti sɛ ɔpapa ewu deɛ they are not supposed to also look at sole responsibility as another reason why you were not able to ABR look after the child or whatever. But when it comes to the fact, say, all the documents air corner, the same documents now they call for application and one now would be appeal no, unless, for instance, one fine may be anchor home, not walk home lawyer, na lawyer, na can say, bia, they are the can home crown pono on one wedding a year. And I say, they be a can home because they are the call, no, and shada and also and Shresa was so responsibility. And then of course, sad same documents, no, home office for no so ewo. So they will also present those same documents as evidence who use it for who application no and they will say say inyama way and a year jina so they make he and decision no and say if you look in the home office bundle and for instance documents they are with the call no oman fan kan ho a, then you can say oh okay they didn't have sight of documents way and I say ebi a oman consider DNA na me de call no
Mm.
and I said tuberculosis medical certificate na medical year nti ɛsɛ mede ka ho because ɛno nso na ɛbɛboa me case no ayɛ
Mm.
yie nti of course if you are very knowledgeable in these things ɛna wobɛsɛ ɔyɛ litigant in person there and there wobɛtumi ayɛ but
No.
not everybody is well versed
Right.
ɛna since COVID no nso tribunal no ɛde online system ɛbaeɛ a wɔfrɛ no my HMCTS which is His
Eh,
Majesty's Courts and Tribunal Services. Nti
okay.
ɛno no saa no ɛsɛ wo register na wotumi lodge appeal no wɔ so nti sɛ wonyɛ well versed with the system na it will be very difficult to also say oh yeah oh application I mean oh appeal no wɔ saa system no so na wasan nso de wo bundle so aka ho and
Mhm.
the bundle will also have to include one kasa wo statements na yaka say oh yeah to show
Mm.
say deɛ wo judge no pɛ sɛ obisa me no
Mhm.
sɛ wotumi hwɛ background of me case anaasɛ bit of the way a me ne me ba no teɛ nti mɛtwerɛ statement na
Okay.
judge no ɛbɛtumi ahu sɛ ni sei ɛna me ne me ba teɛ nti ɛyɛ sɛ me ba no ɛbɛjoin me ɛwɔ kurom ha nti your statement will I may be no more than 4 pages, but it has to be able to show, say, this is the background from which Abia Wuja Woba wa Ghana, Wabetsna Kroma, Yema, Oyema Oba house, even in the UK, Abia. Every year, be our cassette ube strano into costrano. We have video calls, we have WhatsApp, ne bibia to make sure say akolano, you okay. Until you are doing everything possible to make sure say you are involved in Akwana their life no. Into your statement will definitely have to be part of the documents home. And
Mhm.
then there is something that we call an ASA. Into almost friend appeal skeleton arguments. Short ASA. And no,
Mhm.
no, no, it is a legal document. So if you are not knowledgeable in the law, no, you will not be able to produce an answer as a litigant in person, because your appeal skeleton arguments should have brief facts about your case and the legal arguments are ujina so aka
mm,
say home office for no omo anya de nti
mm,
opese o appealable decision. Nti you have to have all these documents as part of your bundle. Say, oh yeah, sir, appeal no akoma tribunal for na. It's a requirement. So definitely or appeal skeleton arguments as a or witness statements ne documents na or the year application in na any say lawyer aka say so de bi ebeka ho dia na ode and also abeka ho.
mm,
Inti on the round no, these are some of the documents that you should have
mm,
that consciousness say omo bebisa wo there say ode Emma court for no
mm.
and I said tribunal for no.
Okay, Linus, ọhọ na sɛnea wokyerɛkyerɛ mu no, enti no, na ɛkyerɛ sɛ wowo document a woyi so de yɛ application, wo sɛ wɔ mo nsa. Enti no, sɛ mbi a wo nneɛma a ɛwɔ wo hɔ no, wohwɛ nea ɔmo wɔ no a, mbi a ebi nka ho te sɛ wokaa sɛ ɛkɔ bundle na ɔmo wɔ no, ɛsono wo bundle no a, must you go and then give your bundle to them first ansa na hearing anaasɛ nea nti a mebisa saa wei no. On say minim ba min kakra me tea ne same bi a say yekoye appeal a omo allow any new document apart from near wodi ma omo no omo base decision was so no ana no enye saa na tie say ukita mbi a to say your friend is saying so responsibility no ukita more but mbi a ne omo wo no enye me hu kwan a mefa so but like omo ni enough e wo ho enti na omo agina saa short one no a make a decision abra onim say you have the proper one now the DNA na ne ade aka wo bundle no mo a can you represent your those new ones can you represent them can you present them sorry and so omo de na omo no omo make a decision no yours cannot influence theirs but minim say what me question ase wo ho a
Nti ubisa say wo bundle na
uh-huh.
o person present no say
Yes.
different from the home office there na
Uh,
still na court no be show man na.
uh-huh.
Yes, see, of course, when it comes to yeah, case law, to say they it talks about the fact that courts no has that discretion to consider any new evidence which was not before home
Okay.
office no at the
Mm,
time almost making almost decision no. It's
mm,
when it comes to ABR the fact that home office for no ɛde ɔmo bundle ɛkɔ which shows nneɛma no a ɔmo huuɛ nti na ɔmo make decision a wo
mm,
as appellant no wo so wonim documents a wode kɔɔyɛ ebia nneɛma no a ɛwɔ home office bundle no mu ɛnyɛ ne nyinaa na ɛwɔ wo deɛ no mu because wonim sɛ mede wei ne wei ka ho but home office foɔ no amfa nka ɔmo deɛ no ho nti
mm,
definitely no wode bɛka wo deɛ no ho sɛnea court no bɛhu sɛ of course what they account with their no home because in terms of sole responsibility, ABA, some will refuse say they will not look at ABA the fact say Nipana or UK Chrome Hano has to maintain and accommodate a colano. It's the no say one can say ɛwɔ mu a ɔmo respondents bundle a wobɛtumi de account there no just so that the court has a round view of the fact say of course apart from the fact say wowɔ saa sole responsibility for akwadaa no
mm,
women wobɛtumi a maintain akwadaa no wobɛtumi nso a accommodate no because wowɔ dan a akwadaa no nso ɛbɛtena mu nti of course you can include things that were not in respondent and I say home office for no or bundle no senior at least the court will just have a round view when they are making their decision.
mm,
Usually no say home office no refuse it on certain grounds that then the court will have to consider in the round no in Brenimo say wogyina pintin a they will say yes you move from evidence now they what they buy and they say wogyina pintin
mm,
nti you have to be able to ascertain say okay nneɛma wei na ɛni ɔmo deɛ no mu but me deɛ ka me deɛ no na
mm.
court no nso etumi ahwɛ mu.
Okay. wama yɛate ɛno aseɛ na kyerɛ sɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ saa abra ɛnyɛ problem. Ɛno yɛ nti no sɛ ɔn sɛ yɛkɔ hearing na sometimes te sɛ wokaa sɛ ɔmo introduce system bi a you have to even lodge the whatever appeal no ɛwɔ na ɛyɛ na sometimes yɛwɔ hearing yɛwɔ oral hearing a wobɛkɔ hɔ na yɛabobɔ judgment na akyerɛ wo kpekpekpe sei ne sei na gban yɛde si so anaasɛ bi a mobɛyɛ but nobody will be physically in the courtroom but they will send you a paper hearing patcho ne mmienu no nyinaa no then this kwan bɛn na ɛyɛ ana yɛbɛhu said you can you choose wa woyɛ appellant no can you choose say mepɛ oral hearing anaa mepɛ paper hearing patcho.
Usually, no,
Mhm.
at the beginning of your lodging of the appeal, no, bisa
Ah,
say, oh yeah, oral hearing and I say paper hearing.
mhm,
And usually, say, most people who act as litigants in person will
mhm,
go for paper hearing because
mhm,
there's no way I won't say yi inyama bi ano nti paper hearing saying got no besan documents ni biom na de assemble no ama
mhm,
we as lawyers, no, we always advocate that you will go for an oral hearing
mhm,
because one kasa ho na ye bisa wasem na uyi ano a
mhm,
na judge will say, oh, okay, nipa wei deɛ nokorɛ ɔno na ɔrehwɛ ne ba biribi a ɛfa ne ho ne ba no ho bia onim
mhm,
ɔte sɛ nneɛma bi yɛ sei ne sei but I know sɛ nipa no abɛgyina m'anim na ɔreka deɛ a ɛndeɛ ɛyɛ better sɛ mehwɛ papers no mu because sometimes ntiaseɛ no ɛmba yie sɛ nipa korɔ no ɛredi kɛkɛ a ɛbɛtumi aba ne sɛ deɛ watwerɛ wɔ paper no so no na ɔpɛ sɛ obisa more questions wenya ɛkwan mbisa more questions nti wenya nteaseɛ no yie nti sɛ ɔhwɛ no koraa deɛ a ɛndeɛ ɔbɛ dismiss appeal no but sɛ mekɔ for oral hearing deɛ a it means sɛ me a meyɛ sponsor anaasɛ mepɛ sɛ me ba no ɛbɛjoin me ne me no
mhm,
sɛ judge ne bisa me nsɛm wɔ court anaasɛ sɛ home office nimpa no ebisa me nsɛm wɔ court a metumi eyi ano ɛno na wɔfrɛ no cross examination
ah,
nti ɛno no saa no ebi mo dwen sɛ oh sɛ sɛ mekɔ hearing na it means sɛ mekotie deɛ lawyer no ɛkɔka kɛkɛ ɛnte
mhm,
saa lawyer no deɛ ɔbɛkasa akyire anaasɛ barrister no ɛbɛkasa later koraa
mhm,
but wokɔ court no a ɛyɛ
mhm,
wo a woyɛ sponsor wɔ UK hanom ɛna
mhm. Oh,
ɔmɔkɔbisa wo
so
nsɛm
as mm,
yɛ
mm, okay.
ɔmɔkɔbisa wo nsɛm sɛnea ɔmobɛhu nneɛma bi mu na ɔmobɛte aseɛ ehu sɛnea ɔmode asɛm no ɛbɛfa
Mm,
at least wankasa waba deɛ a ɛnde yɛmbisa wo na
ah,
yɛnte nneɛma bi ase yie na yɛntumi fa ma wo sɛ yɛde ma wo a na yɛtumi de ama wo
mhm,
whereas on the paper ne deɛ sɛ
ah,
asɛm no
ah,
ɛwɔ paper so na yɛante aseɛ na ɛno ne sɛ yɛhu documents bi
ɛno
a
a-
yɛante aseɛ nso so a ɛno no saa no
mm,
na yɛtu agu because documents na wode baeɛ no na ɛnyɛ complete
mm,
wo so saa no ebi a na wonim sɛ ɛsɛ wotwerɛ statement nti woantwerɛ statement woantwerɛ asa biara nti nneɛma ayɛ
mm,
basaa nti based on documents pɛ no a wo
mm,
present yɛ no deɛ
mm,
ɔmo ɛntumi ɛmfa mma akwadaa no because the the judge didn't understand case now person will put it forward. But at least people who
see,
are here now, it is
eh,
much better for the judge to go through Inyama with you.
no,
And then
down.
there's also a fee for that. Oh, yeah, no papers, so I almost say almost with £80. But over here, no, oral hearing a dear, then they will charge you a fee of 140. And also, sir, and also, they get to decide whether, for instance, a CVP link, which is video link And I said, "Oh, court honoman kasankasa, ako jina judge name
Na.
akasa." Yeah.
Ɛne nka mɛtwu so ɔra no so hu adeɛ no na mɛtumi akɔyi ano yie na mmom ɛyɛ a na aborɔfo ka no na ɛyɛ hu kakraa. Listen, ebi mu wɔ hɔ a sɛ judges na ɛkasa ɔmo accent na resere no ɛyɛ a na yɛn kuromfoɔ ne bio mesrɛ mo ɛnyɛ ebi mu nhyɛ da ɛmfolo question aseɛ yie so hu adeɛ no hwɛ sɛ wokɔ biribi saa na wowɔ akokoduro deɛ a ɛyɛ good but sɛ wonim sɛ borɔfo na ɔmokɔ rate gu so abisiribisiri kontomire no gu so na wonte some of the words na aseɛ yie die a mesrɛ w'ani die mu pɛ interpretator na ɔnkyerɛ ɔmo ɔmo kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ano wɔ hɔ wopɛ koraa bɛfa me saa services no yɛ nyinaa ɔfa bi wopa bɛfa ɔmo ka borɔfo no a wonte asɛ na maka borɔfo no na waka wo twi na wo nkran ne wo ɛvɛ ne a woza mete ne nyinaa na me nso maka no borɔfo no de ama ɔmo ɔho ɛno saa na yɛ ana so wɔn sɛ ebi tumi fiva
Amfa.
because twi no wotumi ka ne yie na afɛ edu borɔfo no a na wo ho eyi obi ɛno a obi ne me kasa ɔbɛsra me ɔte sɛ mayare nti ɔba abɛsra me ɔbae na ɔka borɔfo no ɔka no wotumi sɛ west na oyi so yɛ no ɔnte aseɛ bɔ no emini na ɔno pɛ sɛ ɔka no ɛyɛ different mi sɛ bisa ne sɛ sɛ na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔka ɔsɛ aha na ɛde na ɔka ne sɛ enti mesrɛ mo borɔfo edu nti wokɔ oral appeal now which is I think is the best anaasɛ video one no na sɛ wonim sɛ wakoma mu nim sɛ obroni nano pɔtɔ ka sɛ ɔba bɛpɔtɔpɔtɔ yi ebi wobɛmiss wote borɔfo no but sometimes you miss some of the words anaasɛ words not use no wonhyɛ da nya the right understanding nti you might even end up giving wrong answer abra wowɔ correct answer so
Amfa.
wade
Yeah.
ɛma why services wɔ hɔ bɛka sɛ mepɛ obi akyerɛkyerɛ m'asɛm mu yɛde bɛma wo ebi wɔ hɔ kurom ha biribiara bi wɔ hɔ nti ɛma ɛno ɛnkyerɛw la Eunice mɛda ase yie paa na ɛm sɛ ɛnɛ yɛakyerɛkyerɛ mu a mmerɛ no kɔ no nti mpɛ sɛ mebie telephone lines no na dodoɔ no a mpɛ sɛ ɔmo bisa question yɛhyɛ ase nipa two na ɔmo frɛfrɛ saa menim sɛ me na ɔmo frɛ direct anaa program na ɔmo frɛ direct nti sisi a mebie telephone lines a yɛbɛyɛ yɛde yɛ adwuma no numbers ne yɛ mesrɛ numbers na nsesa yɛ 0208123116 anaasɛ 07399208468 bɔ mmɔden a sɛ wowɔ voice note ebia baabi a wowɔ no ntumi mfrɛ anaasɛ wofrɛ na ɛkrahye na wopɛ sɛ wogya voice note a gya voice note no wɔ 0759662015 ɛwɔ WhatsApp no so mɛbɔ de ama wo obi de ne de aba sisi a mɛbɔ ɛno ntɛmtɛmtɛm na yɛahwɛ Bachola Eunice yentie ni message.
Hello manye, Bachola to say Eunice Damasi said bo mo ene Damasi na dwuma pa moye. My friend about me nyamo refreshing program no so come up pa. We dem a British citizen na me ne wife anam no ejai na afi na makonya wa fa maware na pese me father visa de no. Mo ma me nsa ho. Am pese me kofo mba ba me se me dika fa panini ba ono 12. And the thing is so responsibility no na eno no ho asema yɛ de na maame na ɔne ne ti no maame no ha akwa ne titi ɔkɔwale nipa foforo so ahu saa me ba no o maame different from the me kɔkɔwale de na ba yi na labor for na ifo so wadufo afrem se de ɛkɔli police for se maame ho yɛ a bi bɛyɛ me ba no nti maame nya maame fa na nti me sɛ me busa sɛ and so responsibility no dey no metimi aye dey kan no metimi akyire bibia kama because me say be ma no go fa baba ya na so responsibility na aye denti mommo am kakra why ata wadaro mo
Wafa we dey offer yanka me kan say ko we nsem say no zizi o ko hu lawyers no enye ne nyina na ebetimi abobɔ so wɔ yɛka ne sɛn radio no so de ama ko hu omo ye betwa wo say hwan labor for ne hwan wobobɔ sɛ omo afrɛfrɛ wo sɛ akwala ne tibie mu wanhwɛ a wankɔfa na wade a bibi besi we nyina evidence a yɛtumi de ka ho but doing it yourself, no, sometimes you have limits. Into comma lawyers or more we unlimited, no more show more. But lawyer Eunice bet to me at mo. Lawyer Eunice whether my main just some name for one, no, and then you see your personal responsibility. No more so yeah. Web to me will be so quick, a man, mamiana.
I think the first issue is to do with the fact saying Kolane Omo Mame Ete. Inti if he's saying say other agencies aba na omo catch or no papa ne say ombafa nimbana, then is it because the social welfare authorities have become involved and omo pese omo yi akola no every omo mame nchen ana. Inti all these things have to be considered. It's an issue where omame no entumi enhwɛ nkɔlaa no nti it's become an issue where they have to remove nkɔlaa no from omame dia. Then of course they can do an assessment or a report to say mame no is not suitable to look after nkɔlaa no nti say papa no ɛbɛgye ne mba no nti from that point onwards then he can look at evidence obetumi enya to show say or Shren Kolano because unfortunately Mameno is deemed unsuitable to look after in Kolano. Yeah.
Yo, that's fine. No, big na shem sending line na cutting patch. Well, number 3950 a tractor no ube to me asa afrebium na ya she wasem na ma. Na ensem no ha dwen ye. Yo, obe so dia ba okay ma mem pick ni de na afi ye answer no. Yo, order for one ma so me to me a pick call no. Patch bisa question na ne.
Yo, me pacho, me social media na ye say, ma me started program in intermodie. But me media na ye say, me mami no, ba ko benya 18 next year March. Na me di atuma mo August na me your skilled worker. Me ba no me independent. Eti omo di kan ma me de yi by ene me che say me mani wo mo weighing card, antenatal card, sa ne mani nyina ma provide. Eti asa ko be 3 months. This Monday, na me mail say, me provide show responsibility, say, evidence, say, me na me show responsibility of Unkarano. It's me, and no, the almost same party be.
One ni papa nyina na eba ha skill work.
Me pacho Debbie.
Nti ni papa no wo ho no. Na wo ba ye no wo di time ben ansa na wo ye application no.
Me by June to August, if I say 3 months.
Enche bia nso sa. Oh, ada na home office for cry. Alo Eunice, mami ye be dia boa no so respond. Wa be do her as for responsibility.
And then Kolano papa were here.
Obviously
Ghana.
And say what did also say in Kolano papa were Ghana?
Me pacho
It's to say yes, I dear, and it means say, of course, the papa were Ghana, dear. It's only possible if you are bringing up papa name Kolano.
Exactly.
Because they are looking at whether you have sole responsibility. And now say papa no is applying at the same time as in Kolano to come to the UK. Until any possible. Because the way I almost aye in brand no. She said or papa name Kolano and a eba. And I said papa no ever had that.
Oh, utie wa we na esa na time na ko why? Tie wa phone mo, ukasa utie wa radio ni mo aye we delay wo mu kakra. Why? Me da se nyame nshira. Okay. Enya sa fa mo papa application ni na aka ho ebe yi. Why?
Me pacho yo.
Yeah, that's it. Ya na ha adwen o se oh ya eno nti na oh ya na why ye ne omo papa nyina de aka ho papa no pa obeba ombra omba nso a no atena ne ho but se wo ka se oye nkwala ne nkwa abra om papa wo ho de a ene so responsibility no ebeba eno ne na ya na ha adwen no yɛbɛhwɛ enkeechire bibia enkeechire utumi tu ho na mama ne yeye why yo the numbers again to call 0208123116 or 0739920848 sanso na obetumi eja message na ewo 0759662015 ne so na yetumi aye edi amount message bi baako a me sa embo na menhwɛ sɛ den na ɔkaeɛ tole bi a na akɔ akyirikyirikyirikyiri mehwɛ wei.
Good morning, Manye. Good morning, Uncle. Edamasine Edma Pa, Moye Boy community. Yami Shamo Pa, Omoamona, my idea. But I'm question by Kuni. I'm about you under the old regulation 2016. No. Say other family members under regulation 8, no, cousin brothers, no. Say my resident permit and a resident card. Automatically, you need to be treated as a family member of the EU national. To say the Oye Bane, Yeleni, no. But however, under EU SS, no, meaning say a transpose under the regulation withdrawal act no about EU SS no. Say nka wo we extended family member na resident card that you need to be treated as a family member. But for this case no, me extended family member matena ha 4 years my year continuous ni me be me dependent family member of the EU national. Manya admission into university to do BSc mental health. But apparently no, so then for now for a grantee maintenance need tuition. I from the letter about them say me qualify because me direct family member to say a ba ekunu eyele. Na almost regulation assistant say ye extended family member for no under USS young qualify. Anke bato no kresa me challenge almost me direct family member. Me check obviously me indefinite. But me be dependent or me we need to finish be but still na am be some better say matching but any other way make me matching and as a law no say you qualify under USS no. And that's
Okay, Lawyer Eunice.
good morning Manity.
Maybe.
Good morning.
Yeah. Lawyer Eunice.
Okay.
Mm.
See, in regards to student finance, dear, own regulations are a bomb home buying in regards to student tuition fees and maintenance loan na omodema, which is completely separate to your immigration and brano. Because of course, yeah, man, the pre-settled status, well, EU law no doesn't recognize him. In see, say, omo, aye saa EU SS and I said with Sumi IS saa pre-settled status there, it means said he was recognized as a dependent family member and until normal saa pre-settled no Emma no. Into there's no issue in terms of appendix EU and I say EU settlement scheme no. But the issue is to do with student finance because they also have their own regulations that in regards to who they will give tuition fee to and who they will give maintenance loan to.
Mm.
Nti ebi mu nim sɛ okay sɛ metwa 3 years wɔ kurom ha and then I meet the residence requirements. But apart from residence requirements, no, they also have eligibility requirements. Nti they have inyama a ɛkyerɛ who is eligible to collect tuition fee and who is eligible to collect maintenance loan. And most of the time, no, they are looking at nkurɔfoɔ a wɔyɛ settled ɛwɔ kurom ha. And answer when you settled that, you should be able to show say ebia what assets no based on wo family member or your British o gyina no so ɛde ayɛ anaasɛ European citizen ɛna o gyina no so ɛde agye. Ɛno
Mm.
koraa mpo no, you have to look at whether you qualify
And
based on the fact that you are a minor. And I say if you're an adult, they also have the 20-year rule almost share. And they are able to determine whether because of the fact that what's not a chrome hatcher no, tuition no, and whether you will be eligible for maintenance loan, most of the time, no, they expect say you also have indefinite and as a settled status to be able to be eligible for both tuition maintenance. In see, almost regulations no is completely different from the immigration rules. And I know say he's really struggling. It may be that they may be able to continue with tuition fee, but not maintenance. But he has to come and seek proper legal advice.
Yes. Na meka sɛm bi a sɛ at least why adwuma continuous 3 years ne nko ade a it will enable you to qualify. And sɛ woyɛ dependent nko a na even woyɛ 3 years na still you don't qualify for that you can say maintenance and then tuition fee you don't qualify until say when you settle status after the 5 years no. But just
when it comes to student finance now, usually they are looking at whether you are an EU national yourself or a
Mm,
family member of an EU national.
mm,
So obviously, Obia or EU national or let's say pre-settled status and that's a limited leave to remain, no,
mm.
they might consider giving that person just the tuition if they are not settled yet in the UK.
Okay.
Or once they become settled, then they grant them both tuition and the maintenance. Into there's different should I say requirements for both the tuition and the maintenance, and then those who are eligible for just tuition based on almost regulations na
Yeah.
ɛwɔ hɔ no. Yeah.
Mm. Yo, yeah, that's it. Obi, I say, watro. Oh, I think, well, yeah, can't want something, but I don't know, say the same person. Watro, but say, was, oh, yeah, application under EU, sorry, under skill migrant route, maybe, so. Until akyɛ wasɛne ɔfrɛ ɔmo but ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo nyɛ decision yet but mbia na ɔmo hia bibi from the watwerɛ ne PC mbia ɔsɛ ɔmo hia bibi from the company na ɛmaa no no nti sɛ ɔmo nsa nkae a ɔmo nyɛ decision no but ɔfrɛ company no nso company no sɛ ɔmo nya any request biara mfiri home office ade na kyɛ kakra is more than 2 months now enya home office nti no ɔtrɔ yɛfrɛ ne sɛn ɛdukɔma lawyer ma ne trɔ saa ɔmo letter bi na to sɛ ɔmo nyɛ adwuma ne ntɛm anaa ɔmo frɛ ne sɛn saa letter no lawyer Eunice ɔmo frɛ ne sɛn
PAP pre-action protocol Anna.
ɛno ano no ɛno ano pre-action protocol na ɛyɛ pap no ɔmo trɔ but still ɔnte ɔmo nka nti obisa sɛ what next deɛ mbiom na ɔbɛtumi ayɛ ɔsɛ ogu so a ɔtwɛn anaasɛ onto ɔnsan nyɛ biribi biom.
And when it comes to application for skilled worker visa, it depends. So, or you know, outside the UK, yeah, it may take longer than the 12 weeks that they are talking about. Say, or you know, within the UK and it might be that maybe they are looking to see whether she or he meets all of their requirements. Internet access I know because I know say from the time the COS is issued, they will usually tell you that you have to make your application at least 3 months before the start date of your employment.
Okay.
Into they have that 3 month period to make a decision and sana when you're employed. Into if for one reason or the other, Udrin said more cha.
Mm,
Once you've done your pub, just leave it because
mm,
they will give you their
mm.
specified time period, but in Branimu, there is nothing that is saying that they have to be bound by that time period
Period.
in
Okay.
on train.
Yo,
Yeah.
yɛwɔ kɔla baako wɔ so ɔka wie a mɛkan wei last one na mama lawyer Ann aba abɛka ne brɔfo no ama yɛ mpatwɛ ɔdɔfoɔ wɔ ahoma so ma yɛnte wo nka.
Pacho, good morning.
Good morning maame.
Me Pacho, recently, year me application, mommy. Emma, mommy settlement need. Yes, it's settlement indefinite leave to remain.
Okay, na ɛsɛ
But
settle status no.
yeah, but expiring date, was
2024 anaa.
Mentia
Em sɛ ma me ngya yi asɛm no mfiri wɔ ano koraa ma ne nhaw em sɛ yɛayɛ programs bebree menyɛ sure sɛ wotaa atie yɛn mebɔ a
me Pacho.
aha ɛno ntira because yɛaka ho asɛm several even last 2 weeks ne last week na yɛkeka ho asɛm nea ɔmo yɛ ne sɛ last 2 weeks lawyer Eunice ɛbɛkyerɛ mu yie paa sɛ ɔmo change system ne nyinaa enti no obi a yɛama no saa card ne nyinaa obiara de ewu 2024 December 2024 ɛna ɔmo aka sɛ edu a wode biribi enu hɔ a wobɛhyɛ da ayɛ sɛ ɛba ne sɛ ɔsɛ woyɛ application a wobɛyɛ wonyɛ application so a ɔmo ambɛyɛ but lawyer Eunice ma mengye asɛm ne mfiri wɔ ano mesrɛ yɛ maame wobɛtumi abɔ so tɔfa ama no ɔmo te wɔ lawyers na no saa na yɛ ana ɛtɔ ɔmo akoma mu
Yo, Pacha, may na no pepe. Inti, Diamayeti e kano e yesa. say biometric permit say card no ebe 31st December 2024 there. It means say yeah UK government say omo embrane say obi a biometric card bia no by the 31st of December 2024 no omo ehia sa card ni bio because omo ankasa British government no omo be jai card no issue nti bibia bewo omo online system no so nti wo a wo ye EU ni anase EU ebusiani no usually what they say they say because mo ye mo application no online no nti you have an e-visa already nti e-visa no wo immigration status de bia over say o share code no to we dwumenfo anase obi a wobɛkɔ so na wohu sɛ menie mewɔ settle status anaasɛ mewɔ indefinite leave to remain ɛno no wo e-visa nti ɛno na wode bɛkyerɛ obiara sɛ ae masetena no nie ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛuse card no biom.
Okay. It's after we make I apply for British you know.
And so
And
when you're 5 years and plus one, no? Yes.
me cost six near me application could delay due to life in UK no.
Mama to me into what your life in the UK need that one.
Mr. Ben one yeah you know omo de call and sana ewu o me sem.
And
me pass here and sana omo approve.
Matthias, but maybe say what your life in the UK need that na.
Me pass my pass here and sana omo approve ya o mama me win. Enti se see am life in UK win.
Enye English B1 na o make count.
David life in UK no.
Yes no. Oh okay.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Enya uni ha obetumi akwaye. Why?
Okay, thank you.
So what your English name so why English name so?
Yeah, he no.
B1 no.
B1 no my.
And why life in the UK ni me no?
My enemy no.
That's good. Enya uni ha why obetumi akwaye. Yo. Yeah, that's may invite lawyer Annie na wababe ye na answer no beba lawyer Eunice with a quick one. Or say hello Auntie na and lawyer Eunice. Please, I will be eligible for ILR under the EU scheme on 26th of January 2024, first day in the UK. My question is, can I apply in mid-December for my ILR or I have to wait and do the application on the day I entered the UK? Where the 2026 26 so to me yeah because I can't crab the door so but I'm where my lawyer is grand but what the start application or na Eunice
say EU application there's no fees into over to me in January. I wasn't sure of was whether or your application as a dependent and answer or your year and answer or your kunu I wasn't sure, so I don't know why he's so sure. Say, no, by the 26th. And now say now our hanum did that. In see, na first our residence card and now also start pre-settled. In see, based on the first residence card, no, we're calculating that only him say, then no best so 26th of January. So I'm just wondering why he thinks say that is the deadline.
Where the wobɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu me nua ba na me nua bɛma wode message ne bae anti oba ti sɛ wobɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu kakra but sɛ mmere no nso kɔ but I believe say akonya da hɔ me invite dear sister lawyer Annie na on for the English version of today's program no embra na afedie yentoto yenkete na yenko. You are welcome. But your voice we can't hear you.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and happy new month to you all. So the topic for today was how do I successfully appeal a decision by the Home Office to refuse my child's entry clearance application? So we mainly looked at the appeal procedure and what it entails. So what is an appeal? We discovered that it's basically where someone brings a decision to court in order to challenge it. So, for example, if it's the decision refuses the visa or asylum claim or any other type of immigration application. So, an appellant is the person who brings the case to court, and then the respondent is either the Secretary of State if it's an in-country decision, or it's the entry clearance officer if it's an outside of the UK application that was refused. We then looked at what decisions can be appealed against, and as Eunice said, there are four main sections under Section 82 of the Nationality and Immigration Act 2002. So, firstly, if a humanitarian claim was refused, you can appeal against that decision. So, what that means is that if you put in an application for an asylum and it was refused, you can appeal against that decision. Second of all, if you put in a human rights application and it was refused, you can appeal against it. So, if you submitted an application for your child to join you in the UK and it was refused, that would be a human rights application, because under Article 8 of the European Convention on Human Rights, every child is entitled to, or they have a right to family and private life. The third section is if a EUSS application was refused, or if a British citizenship has been revoked. So those are the type of decisions that you can appeal against. So it's important for us to note that it's not every type of decision that you can appeal against. Then we also looked at the time limits. So we are specifically looking at cases, entry clearance cases. So that means that the appellant would have 28 days to submit the appeal, 28 days after they receive the decision. If it is an in-country decision that was refused, they would have 14 days. Then we also looked at basically that there are two ways in which you can submit an appeal. So firstly, you can submit it online using my HMCTS, which stands for my His Majesty Court and Tribunal Service, or you can submit the appeal on paper. So normally litigants in person, people who are not represented, they would lodge or submit their appeals via paper. So when you submit an appeal via paper, you pay £80, whilst if you submit it online, you pay £140. And just to quickly explain the difference, with a paper appeal, you would put your bundle together, the bundle of evidence that you want to rely on, and then you just give it to the judge, and they would consider the evidence. Whilst with an online, if you lodge it online, if you go for an oral hearing, you would have witnesses involved who would literally, attend courts. They would give oral evidence. You'd also have to book a barrister who would, represent you. The Home Office representative would also make representation. So that is just a quick difference between the two. And the court will decide whether the hearing should take place via CVP link, which means that whether it should take place remotely or whether it will have to take place face to face, which means that the appellant, the sponsor would have to go to court. Then we also looked at the documents that would have to be provided for an entry clearance application that was refused. So that one again will depend on what reason or why the application was refused. But so I'm just going to provide a general overview. So if it was that relationship was in dispute, you would provide, the child's birth certificate or DNA evidence to show that indeed you are the parent of the child. You'd also provide travel tickets, WhatsApp communication records to show that you actively are involved in the child's life. You'd also provide letters from the child's school, hospital, and church confirming that you have sole responsibility. And lastly, you would provide evidence to show that the caretaker, the person who's currently taking care of the child, is no longer able to do so because they are unwell, for example. You'd also have to provide witness statements, which is just a brief summary of the case, and that would be for every witness. And you'd also have to draft an ASA, which stands for an appeal skeleton argument, which sets out the case and the issues in dispute. So if it would make, I guess, more sense to go for legal representation because drafting an ASA and the statements can be quite complicated. So that is just a quick summary for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you too, my dear sister. Thank you very much. Eunice, yeah, mama na now bisa question about we no wasan your audio just under 1 minute. We there, minim say time no call. We supposed to finish 11 exactly, but to be able to yeah answer no quickly no na yeah sorry we was microphone train office so I will say 11 o'clock almost 30 edwuma. Enti no member no quick na yeah compacho.
Until now, sorry, me to ask me a question. So, me dependence, you papa, and you know. Na me ra chromo by UK on the 26th of January. But number of visa, 3 month visa, or me passport in. It's me by na I can apply for 5 years. Na me which I had it in May. But I want to know, say, can I apply for the indefinite leave to remain? No. On the 26th now, me ba Chrome no, and now also already on my site now. I say the first day you enter the UK, or anybody to say we have that 28-day prior application with me. Apply 28 days prior to the day you enter the UK. So I want to find out if that 28 day prior to your application day you enter the UK no applies to the dependent you under EU now, or I have to wait 26 now. That's the first day now me buy Chrome Hano to apply. But that's it.
Oh.
Okay. She's a dependent child of ne papa, and I'm sure say because she's above the age of 21, Ninti, man is 6 months visa say on from rim Ninti. She was able to then go ahead and do the pre-settled status. And see, I'm guessing that once she was granted pre-settled status, because if she's saying say vessel 2024 yeah, then it means that she came here somewhere in 2018. Time man residence card no. Into as a dependent no, it will be from the time that the Home Office regarded her to be obviously a dependent. Into so remu whichever date that she said she entered the UK dia and from that time 5 years on. And now over to me, I settle status and I say indefinite leave to remain application because who say or your dependent and sana or ba UK Chrome her until she can make the application from that date onwards. But she has to present the evidence say she's still a dependent on ne papa.
No, papa. I say about 26 January 2019. And the first day I would buy UK. Oh,
Okay, so 2019 yeah, then it means the time so yeah.
and
Is
so
she she has to wait
eh,
a bit
okay.
longer. Say 2019 yeah, then it means yeah,
Still under 5 years. So yeah, 5 years,
yeah, only
Yes.
5 years, no, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we there, Kafra, why? Yo, say honey, did you make no beba every year na microphone so twan na twan. Oh, yeah, you man, near test.
I
When you made
yeah.
yeah, yeah, some more. La Eunice, me yare na otwi, me dum phone na masuma adwumi o. Me saw phone be share message na obeka say e to nyom.
Wow.
Fe mi si oh.
Wow.
Na me do me phone crash aye den. Eye enti like Eunice o say adwuma na ye yere ye ho na ye. Nyame adoma etiefo amohwe me ye de adwuma de no abawie ye and na ye be discuss how do I successfully appeal a decision by the Home Office to refuse my child's entry clearance application. Ya chere bibia ma ato aso mu. Nyame adoma ochena so the community and the law no embia na ebeba so se nia yenim na ye de bibi front so aba ma kwa. But to say mobehu ye no mre no konintimi ma la Eunice ma ye last words na on say bye bye to us na fi de sorry call la Eunice patwa daroma.
My dear, that's the baby. I mean, a shell for a brain now. What dear, my Jumana so Coswa, no. In see, moi, move to me join moi, I'm sure, say, share amongst Madame for an answer and for say, say advice na, yede my, no. Of course, a free advice, wait to me, I share nan for so who saying air call. But immigration some inquire and I eating wage juma in see say if for instance also na immigration in some now or ebia wo dear no to do with family issues and I say over so who ba na crampo say oh yeah divorce and I say oh yeah we non-molestation order because ebia wokunu anaasɛ wo yere anaasɛ obi a wonim na wote fie hɔnom ɔyɛ wo ayakayaka deɛ nti yɛyɛ saa adwuma no nyinaa ɛna sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ wo will because ebia woba kurom ha wabɛnya agyapadeɛ kakra wopɛ sɛ wogye biribi ɛma wo mba ɛne w'abusuafoɔ anaasɛ wowɔ agyapadeɛ wɔ fie na wopɛ sɛ woyɛ will ɛma w'abusuafoɔ nso so a yɛbɛtumi aboa wo ama woayɛ saa will no nso and now crampo say is to do with social housing and now employment issue. You bet to me abwa with sign yamano. In see shisha ye chira kwine ye BWF Solicitors ye were London 4th floor of Anna House 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road no so. London N154NP. It's the N154NP. Your office no you be no from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Into 6 p.m. Comfort if I say mutum late sir. I you be from 9:30 to 6 p.m. Into so open sir only ye edin kita ho a it can either be face to face and answer telephone and answer Zoom link. Offer your telephone line 0208 493 7340. You know, every day in Kitahon, you book your appointment amount na etumi eno edi in Kitahon. Patro Kai say, and no de offer and ye free into your consultation. I have a charge of kakra. Into and ye free.
I don't know.
Yes, so. Nti
Yeah.
ahyɛ bebree o. Mo pardon yɛn kakra. Wei pɛ na ɛyɛ free.
That's it. Yeah, shadows and dear say office one quan dear or say a tear see a for an for a bedam in us, Bidiani Magneti, I made the semi hosted program on IAT and was is Shannon will be brave. Next you can see the same be before fro a beba on the same platform non senior bear, Yibinya and him dear. Yamin Shry and Yamin Kayan 1st December, Yan Shani December, a woman. Yamin Kayan now. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Goodbye.
Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced family law firm specializing in immigration and naturalization, as well as dispute resolution. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner with over 30 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stand for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity and inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance across all areas of UK and Ghana law. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Led by experienced senior partner Bernard Owusu, the team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with your immigration, naturalization, dispute resolution, family law, new wills and probate, Ghana law and practice needs. We are dedicated to providing solutions to our clients' problems. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, 7 Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Main office line 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line 07712 761 884.